Well, I haven't been live. It feels like forever. Forever, forever, ever. And the market is absolutely nuking, lads. So we have a few setups which I want to go over in today's stream. I want to go over them. Stream's going to be about an hour or two. And we'll go over some setups which I'm looking for. Now, I'm sure if you've been kind of doing your own thing recently, you probably got wrecked. There's a reason for that. It is because right now, BTC is in a bear market. You need to get it in your head. Bitcoin's in a bear market. We are in a bear market. So we have to change the strategy. Markets, they move in accumulation and distribution. This here, what has happened on Bitcoin, is distribution, right? This is a distribution pattern, okay? And we need to wait until we have an accumulation pattern. Right now, again, this is continuation. In my opinion, this is not accumulation because accumulation is usually longer than distribution, right? Now, you need to know this because it doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter whether you have 10 Solana, 100 Solana, 1,000 Solana. You need to know about accumulation and distribution. You need to work with the market instead of against it. If you want to last multi-cycles, that's one of the things which I've learned from experience and also mistakes as well. So how do we plan for this? If we have a look at the previous cycle, you'll notice something very similar has happened for Bitcoin. We had distribution, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I would even call this same thing. I would even call this accumulation. I'd say we again, distribution. This whole thing was basically distribution here between 60K and 30K. And then we had accumulation between 30K and 16K. So again, about 100% difference. Here to here is about 100%. And here to here is again about 100%. So if you have a look in this range where we're at now, you'll see that again, we have 75K to 126K, which is about the same thing, 70 to 100%. It's actually funny because here was 70%. And then what I'm waiting for is again for us to come back into accumulation. Okay, so I'm thinking sweep 100K. I think it's going to happen. We're so back. Meme coin's going to be great. Market's going to be great. Volume's going to be great. Then, after we come down, anywhere sub 70K range. And I think we have a good 5-6 months in this range. Before then, we break out from BTC halving, the next BTC halving again, which is where we'll have our next run up. So this is kind of what I am looking for. Now, is it 100%? No, we could have another scenario where this actually, where we actually end up having a double top, like what we had previous cycle, like this. And then we come down again. But realistically, we've already had that right here. So I don't know why we'd have that again. Doesn't really make sense. I'm not on the side of extended cycle. But I definitely think we see 100K BTC again. Otherwise, that is real bad for the markets, right? Let me get the chat up. How is everybody doing today in chat? Someone's saying 75K BTC. Welcome everybody to the stream, by the way. Yes, I do think it's a bear market. But a bear market is not bad, right? A bear market is not insanely insanely bad. I know a lot of people want to say bear market's terrible. Like, we have meme coins this bear market. We didn't have meme coins before. There's a few idiots online, like idiot deployers, but bar that, we'll have some good coins. So I think this bear market is going to be a little bit more enjoyable. Like the bear market which we had previously, there was nothing because this was ICO season, right? And you can't have ICOs if there's nothing to trade here. In fact, the only time meme coins got popping, I think, was like from like here, like Pepe and shit, right? And then around here, like width, whatever, right? So I think we see that again. Once we get sub 75, I think it's gonna be really great for crypto and Bitcoin. Okay, so that's my plan. I think 100K, and then we come down, we have another leg down, and I'm looking for the bottom in this range over here. The reason is because if we go on the weekly and we look at, let's say, the past 5 years, so this is the past 5 years history for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin started its 5 years at 20,000. We had a 5x all the way, in fact, more than that, to 120,000. So if you invested in Bitcoin 5 years ago, it would have gone from here, 20,000 to 120,000, 500% return. It doesn't matter what anybody says about crypto, the long term, you think in 5 or 10 years, it outperforms everything. If you put $20,000 into property, into equity of a property, because obviously you can't necessarily buy property for 20,000, you have to get a mortgage, etc. But if you put $20,000 in equity in any other investment over the past 5 years, you would not have found a better return. If you put $20,000 in gold, no. Silver, no. Only thing which is beating this is probably Nvidia, right? Or Palantir. But Bitcoin, the past 5 years, extremely good. But you would have had to stomach multiple corrections of 45% or even more of about 75%. And right now we are in a similar situation. You see, it's been 5 years. So I wouldn't be surprised to see at least a 50% correction in Bitcoin from all-time high. That would put us at 56,000. Even 42,000, if we're talking about all-time high to all-time lows, if we've seen diminishing returns, I mean, it shouldn't be 76%, but let's say 60%, 50 to 60%, 50% would put us at 60,000, 60% will put us at 49,000, and 70% will put us at 36. Now, do I think we go that low personally? Even though the data says we could, I personally don't think so. I look at this, and what do we see? Well, we see the point of control. This is the highest point of volume. Now, the highest point of volume over the past 5 years for crypto is $18,000. That's where all the volume was traded. For a lot of you meme coin traders out there, imagine this. Kupsi, Gate, Powell, whoever is all blasting the chart. This was where all the blasting was happening, right? To explain it in meme coin terminology, if any like meme coin maxis out there, right, that don't trade open markets, right? That's where the volume was happening over the course of the 5 years. So this was where the action was. Now, normally, we don't see a return to the point of control for Bitcoin. What we see is the value area high for the next area of support. So if we double click over here, we look at the value area high. Where's the value area high? 57,000. So the nearest target for me would be around here, between 57,000. And as I mentioned a lot, we have a bunch of volume here, over here for Bitcoin, right? So this area here is where all the volume is at. And we have a gap as well, which is important to know. We have a big red gap for crypto. So if the price comes down, that's why I think that we gap through, because there's a huge gap in volume. When we gap through volume, price moves through that gap like a lot, because there's no trading happening there, right? That's all price action is. Price action is just moving from a bunch of buyers and sellers where I want to buy, I want to sell, to a bunch of different buyers and sellers where I buy and sell at that level. That's how price action works. If there's no buyers and sellers, it continues going down, right? Or the other way around. Imagine it's an auction. I'm auctioning a car, and I'm saying, right, who wants to buy this car for $500? I'll take 500 for it. I'll take 650 for it. All right, cool. I'll take 750 for it. Okay, cool. I'll take 850 for it. Cool. Any other bidders at 850? Any other bidders at 855? Okay, I'll take 855. Okay, now we have the opposite way around. We have a discount sale. Okay, who wants to take the car for 600? No. Who wants to take the car for 500? Nope. And that's what's happening right now for Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin breaks 86,000, okay, where are the next level of bidders historically? The previous historically. Well, previously, historically, the next level of buyers and sellers is at between 70,000, okay, and 57,000. Now, it's going to take us a while to get there. And normally you want to sweep the liquidity of the highs, which is the reason why I genuinely think price action comes a little bit, like we actually have a pump. But then I think we're gapping all the way down. Okay. So this is the only thing you want to be looking at, in my opinion, for crypto. Just volume is the most important factor. And if you want to do this and you want to find volume, it's the indicator called you have SVP and you have VRVP, visible range volume profile. That shows the whole range, and SVP shows the session. The session will be for like lower time frames. If you go onto like the 15-minute or the 20-minute, that helps with scalping. For example, you can see all the volumes down here. Where's the price down here, right? So what am I doing? Well, I'm not trading yet. Okay, I'm not making any size trades yet. I'm simply waiting, and if we have a pump, then I'm ready to go. And then that's where there's gonna be the strongest risk to return, because everyone's gonna be saying we're also back. They're gonna be buying, and your boy is gonna be selling. Right? That's the plan. Will it play out? Time will tell. Okay. Now let's go on to Solana, because Solana is actually very interesting, right? I know Ethereum and Solana, these are places where we have a lot of poly markets. Now, if you've noticed, one thing about these companies is they don't care about you. They care about the volume. They really don't care about the users or the traders. They care about where the volume's at. If the volume's in meme coins, they will develop meme coin tech. The volume's in altcoins, they'll develop RWA, privacy, etc., privacy tech, whatever. The volumes in poly markets, they're going to develop poly market tech. Their purpose is to serve the users. Wherever there's volume, that's their job. That's what their goal is. Their purpose isn't to serve traders. So your only goal as a trader is to make money. It's not to fall for the narrative. The narrative is for the investors. That's what's going to get them to hold. If you want to be a trader, you have to just take the money that is on the table. If that's in poly markets, you got to go look for narratives and altcoins which are taking advantage of poly markets. Right now, I haven't seen any, but eventually, I'm sure there's a lot of altcoins and projects that are developed with poly market tech or around poly market tech. That will be similar to what we've seen with the privacy meta as well. So that's one of the things I'm keeping an eye out on. Same thing as with meme coins. It's going to be anything related to poly markets, in my opinion, for now, because that is still the major trend, right? That's still the major trend of the month, right? Now, when it comes to Solana, obviously Solana has that tech, right? Solana, they have poly market level tech, but I don't think, in my opinion, that tech is going to keep it going, right? I don't think that's going to make it defy the bear market or have any type of short-term pump. I think that Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, and probably be the top 10 or 20 are going to move in unison. It's not going to be like a ZEC where ZEC goes, up and to the right. It's going to move it. If we're looking for asymmetric bets like this, again, we have to look for poly market narratives, right? That's what I'm going to be looking for. And that's going to be the taste this month. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, because that's what I'm going to be looking for. We're going to find the poly market altcoin runner, whichever one that may be. Okay. So if we have this same thesis and our bias is that, okay, short-term pump, okay, maybe we break back above 144, and then long-term bear market, well, then this is going to be our setup. First of all, we're going to be looking mainly for Bitcoin, short-term pump. If Bitcoin has a short-term pump, we'll look for a sweep of the point of control, and a long-term bear market, I'm looking for anywhere sub $100 for Solana. Long-term target of about $67, right? Now, a lot of people ask me, they say, well, Tyra, why are you bearish, right? And I say to them this. Last cycle, I was a permaball. I watched all the YouTube channels. Daily, I would watch Altcoin Daily and Jason Casper and even the guy that now has like 1 million subscribers, it's blew up for studying about the Bitcoin charts. Benjamin Cohen, right? I'd watch all these guys, and one thing I learned from this is that as a trader, I don't think it's the best to surround yourself with too much information that is technical or that is news-based. The best thing is to have your own bias and to really actually block out the noise. You want to do the complete opposite. Surround yourself with a few people who you understand and who trade as well. You actually see them trading, and then block out the rest of the noise and opinions, because a lot of people's channels are based around news, events, and they get paid for that attention. You don't get paid for watching. So what ends up happening is when you make a trade based on the technicals, you make a trade on the bias, and then you listen to 5 other channels telling you about all the different news, the reasons, the funding rates, the Fed, the blah, 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 blah. And then it just drowns your noise out to where you can't actually make an actual physical trade, right? You end up stuck. So that's what happened to me. And I ended up round tripping a lot of the gains that I made over here, all the way into the bear market. And in the bear market, this bear market was terrible because we had FTX collapse as well, right? So if for you, the reason why I'm saying like it's better just to be bearish and be stable, like there was no channels that I was watching at this stage, which is kind of where we are now. Actually, we're a little bit earlier, but I'd say about this stage, like early here, like this bit here, which was saying like, yo, just be bearish. It was a lot of optimism, like, okay, guys, yeah, so we're at the moving average. We're at the 200-day moving average or whatever, and the 600-day and the 30-day and the 25-day, and I've just discovered this brand new indicator which could say we could go like this. And yeah, guys, we could go up, we could go down, but just click my affiliate link down below. I'll see you in the next episode. That's the type of shit that people were saying, and it's cool and all, but I don't think it gives you the best value. Personally, I just looking at it plain and simple and saying, look, even if we are here and we're going to have another bounce, like let's say we're actually here and, you know, we're completely wrong. This is a bear trap and we run up, then your risk to reward is still fine. Like if you took profit at 40,000 or even 31,000 and you waited 8 months, you'd be back at the same level and you'd be saving money because we're going to a year bear market, which just absolutely does nothing, right? And when the market is blasting off and you're liquid, you can still take good trades. But if you're illiquid and you're caught offside in some altcoins or some larger market cap plays, and they're dragging your portfolio down by 10, 15, 20% a week, then you're going to struggle to make those type of bets. But if you're in USDT, you're able to go, okay, cool, I'll put 10, 15 grand or 20 grand or 30 grand in this play. And you never know, it might be a ZEC, right? Because when we have these narratives like we have now, where we have poly markets, right? Or maybe next week we have a different narrative. Whatever the narrative is, there's always an altcoin of the month. Like when we had privacy meta in October over here, you've got to remember that in October, Bitcoin was crashing, right? In October, Bitcoin went down 17%, but ZEC went up 245% and then continued to rally 1,000%. So even if you spotted this bias, okay, Bitcoin's down 14%, but why is ZEC up 200%? Okay, it's privacy meta. I'll put 20 grand in this. You've made 3x on that. You basically made a Bitcoin, right? So that's the type of things that I'm looking for this run and this bear market. I'm looking at being a lot more stable, and I'm looking at making these types of plays. And it's across the board, whether it's altcoins or whether it's even meme coins, right? A lot of people are distasteful for meme coins. You don't understand, like, you got to play it for the large caps. You got to be looking at whatever the taste of the month is. Right now it's poly market. So again, I'm looking for poly market meme coins, right? I don't know if it will play out, but if it does, a poly market meme coin makes sense, right? I'm looking at maybe like a new 4chan meta. Okay, or something like maybe HTTPS if it's not a rook, right? But things that just make clear sense, even if they're quite a larger market cap, like a Pippin, for example. Pippin's done extremely well. I think that the move of Pippin is missed. But I think that if you was like unbiased and you managed to spot this Pippin move, then you made the right decision, right? Pippin's up way higher than where it is on this chart. Pippin's up a lot. Yeah, it's here, look. You know, Pippin's up from the bottom to here, 50x, you know, so you didn't even have to have a lot of bread in it. $1,000, 50x, 50 grand. Do you know what I mean? From October again, not even that, early December. So, you know, you don't necessarily have to trench, but just by having this, you know, this clarity and this mindset is going to go for it. And that's what you're going to see on my channel. It's the reason why you don't see me live that often anymore is because I don't want to be live 24/7. Okay, I think it helps me and it helps you guys a lot more on the channel. Just having an unbiased opinion on the market and having clarity on the market as well. Too much time in the market right now is not going to change anything. You know, you could have been locked in 18 hours a day for this entire run of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's only moved 15, 20% at max in the space of, it's almost 90 days. It's about 33 days, right? Not really done much. Do you know what I mean? So you could be locked in all month and BTC's not really done much, right? So that's why, okay, that's one of the things that I'm going to be looking at. And we can day trade. I think day trading is probably the best course of action if you want to move into it. That would be a simple case of shorting out the highs, look at the buy at the lows, catch the middle with the point of control. These will be some of the things which I'll be looking at. Even this pump that we had right here, it rejected from the point of control. So people were looking at this psychologically. Oh, Bitcoin's at 90,000. Whereas if you was following what I've been saying a lot on this channel, you'd be looking at this and saying, oh, Bitcoin's at the point of control. Oh, Bitcoin rejected the point of control. Big difference, you know? So, oh, Bitcoin's recovered the value area low. You know, don't look at it like, oh, Bitcoin's 86,000 or 90,000 or, you know, 100,000. Look at it like, okay, BTC is filling this gap, this fair value gap, right? Where the fair value gap's on the 4-hour or the daily gap. You can even gap it up, boom. You know, or Bitcoin sweeping the liquidity. If you look at, the funny thing is that this same area over here for BTC, this same area is a bunch of liquidity on the liquidity heat map. You can see, same area. Oh, that's actually point of control. But you see, yeah, 95, 96,000, all the way up to 100,000. For BTC, it gets right up here. Levels of liquidations, 36 million, 273 million, 55 million, 72 million, 100 million, right? All up in this range. Why is that? Well, that's because everybody's got their stop losses above the recent high, right? Where's the recent high? Here. This is the high, this area here. So you've got a bunch of liquidations up here. Eventually the price is going to come up. And where's it better to go long? Well, here. This is the better area to go long. Where's it better to go short? Up here. Right? Breakout traders is not the trader to be in crypto. In crypto, breakout trader is not the trader to be. In my opinion, I always think it's liquidity trader. Trade where everybody's stop losses is. If you enter where other person's stop loss is, in my opinion, in crypto, I just think it's a lot better. It's a lot safer. It's a lot more logical. Because crypto in general, the way we're at, with most of the money being leveraged, the goal of crypto is to take as much money as possible from as many people as possible. That's the goal of crypto right now. Because it's not spot. It's leverage, right? Nobody really is holding spot. The spot players who hold spot and who hold for 5 years are winners. They will make the most amount of money. But 90% of people are not doing that. They want to trade leverage. So if everybody's trading leverage in futures, then you have to do the opposite of what everybody's doing. You either have to hold spot for a long period of time, or you have to enter where everybody else's stop losses is. When everybody's long, you need to go short. When everybody's short, you need to go long, in my opinion. You know, so, and to do that, you have to have clarity. Again, you can't be watching all the news channels and you can't be watching all the idiots, right? You have to have clarity on it, right? So again, to summarize, if you're looking at long setups, I think risk to reward here, not bad at all. Your entry is a little bit off, so you can't do crazy leverage. Don't know why my colors are backwards, but here. Boom. And look for a sweep of the gap. And then again, I would wait and do short. These aren't day trades, these would be swing trades, but they're just good risk to reward setups, right? If you're in meme coins, again, I wouldn't be looking at Pippin right now, but I'd just be keeping an eye on like any type of majors. You can find them on GMGN on the copy trade section. GMGN is the best, by the way. You find a link for that in the description. You can also put GMGN in the chat. GMGN is literally the best. You have things like this. You can see Pippin, HTTP. So this is real, which is good. Had to take profits. It's actually kind of cool. You can see it's gone from 200K to 1.4 million. Hold accounts consistently rising. This is a runner. Again, I haven't done major due diligence on it, so excuse me if it's some like clear rug or farm or some random stuff. But if it's not, everything looks Gucci, you know? What else do we have? Calvin's recovering, 7 days old. Right, a lot more mature. These are the memes that, in my opinion, make more sense trading than new pairs. Like new pairs are just whack. So whack. You know, even forward slash is whack. I'd give it a day. I give it everything a day. Wait a day for everything. Unless it's like super clear. For some reason, whales are buying Trump. You know, but these are the types of things I'll look at. We're gonna go through them today anyway, see what we catch. Let's get the VC open. Check out Open Souls. I've seen Open Souls, but I think it's whack. It's the tech from no offense by the way, but it's the tech from what's his name? Sparky Tech from the Sparky dev. Yeah, I'm gonna run through all these coins, but show me as many coins as you can. Not these type of coins. I want like OGs, older coins. Surely, unless this is actually like good lore. What's the lore on this? Official meme coin, the most viewed meme coin. Oh, this has been done before, no? I've seen this before. I'm so sure I've seen this before, bro. I brought something just like this before. I bought something just like this before. Oh, it's the first thing you find when you search meme coin. No, way before that, like years ago. A good year ago. Because the first thing you find, oh no, this was it. This was it. This meme coin. It was like this one, this one, this one. Brought this one. This is Doge, but it's because wow. This narrative. This narrative normally used to run, but what's going on with ARK? Ew. But yeah, the narrative used to run. Yeah, HTTP is super good. Let's get the VC open. Sneak peek on the video. For 4 in 8 hours, those $10, $20 are going to build up. You know, it's going to go from $20 to $200 to $300. Boom, you done $300 in a day. Every day, that's 10 grand a month. You know what I mean? GM.
Yo.
GM, we're just running a quick live. Hour or two, tap in.
Yeah, boy.
How's everything been, bro?
Bro, I just called a 13x in the fucking scanners.
Really? You catching 13x's in this market, bro? Fucking A.
Yeah.
GG's.
6K, I called it, bro. I literally called it for like 5 minutes. 6K to 90K.
I'm locked in. Let's catch another one. I seen that forward slash was nice. So that's meme, but it's USD one better.
Yeah. USD1, yeah. Bro, I seen. Wait. Oh. There's one on Juke. Wait, have you seen this HTTPS? This thing's just been capitulating up. It's fucking all-time high. That's good.
Yeah, I've seen HTTPS. What's the law on this?
Oh, it's just a simple one. Had to take
HTTPS.
profit. Actually, no, there must be more to it. Obviously, they're using the start of, you know, the start of links. So there's all the beta players and shit, but this was the main runner.
HTTPS was a degen like any of us. Hit a 50x on a shitcoin in 2021, didn't sell, watched it go to zero. The error message are his memories. Now he guards the protocol. When you see HTTPS, he's not judging you for selling, he's protecting you. Every error message a portfolio that didn't listen. So it's basically
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's a bit of narrative. The Tucker's actually just good. Had to take profits there.
I'm XCOM owner and farmer. Who's that Ruger guy, Cosmo? DM me it too. The mail you'll sped if you think it's cheese though. I have no clue what people are saying in chat, bro. Look at your chat, I have no clue what you're chatting about. So you farmed FNF and farmed it then? I don't know. I'll check my DMs later. Wow, somebody called HTTPS 13x. About you. Right. Let's see what we got. Meme coin's okay. Pippin. I need to short Pippin, don't I? That's what I need to do. This is what I need to do because Pippin needs to be shorted, chat. It's a gift. It is a gift. It's exactly what Alk did. I don't know if any of you guys ever watched Alk. Alk just went up right for no reason out of nowhere. Not that many people knew. And yeah, they were nukes. We've not even gained many holders. We've gained 2,000 holders and it's gone up 5x. The question is, where do we short it? This is the question. Does it go back to all-time high? I didn't even think so. What is this drop coin? Hog. Yeah, Heart of Gold runs on Pump Fund now. The first thing it says, the Heart of Gold. Maybe it actually just runs on 4 meme. Do you know this Cope with Soul friend? Nah. Who's Cope with Soul? I got a feeling that Heart of Gold runs. I got a feeling that Heart of Gold on BNB does well, you know. It's Chinese. Chinese Heart of Gold. It's a nice name. This wallet's just too active, bro. I need to remove it. I'm not logged. How have I just been logged out of GMGM, bro? What the fuck? Oh, allow it, bro. Allow it. Allow it. Tensold. Hopefully, I'm calm. Holy moly. Okay, I'm back. Oh, Riches, how are you, sir?
Oh, go on, cuz.
Go on, Kingston.
Not fully there yet, but getting the laptop ready for I'd hop on, have a listen.
Ready, steady. Now, I'm gonna trade properly tonight.
Yeah.
Just a quick stream.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try short this Pippin, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they got 95% supply and it's just listed on Robinhood apparently, so obviously they're gonna sell it now.
Yeah. Not bad idea.
It's literally just spawned into a top 100 meme coin. It's finally listed on Blowfin as well. Oh. Turn nice tonight. Let's level it up. All the Chinese are in Heart of Gold, man. It should migrate. Getting 6-7. Do you reckon they actually run 6-7 finally? Because it's actually mega viral. Like 6-7 is still mega viral.
Bro, I think eventually it does run, you know, but it's just gonna catch everyone off guard, like same way Pippin. Like no one's gonna understand why it's running now. The people say, "Oh, it's running because it's 6-7, biggest thing," but it's like, why now? I reckon that's what I thought.
It's literally back down to 9 million. That is crazy. We're at 20K now. Heart of Gold should be a banger. And we've got just enough supply where we're not like too bait. We're like hidden. Let's go in bathroom chat. Oi, oi. Oi, 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 oi. Ah! Right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. We need to make some moves. Moves and shakers. If you're just trying to stream. What happened to insta buying and selling below 12k? Not enough P. A little platypus. I mean, the best bet for me just looks like short and Pippin, bro. That's what I'm gonna eye up. That is what I'm gonna eye up. Okay, so if that's the plan, then what I'm gonna do is, what's the oldest chart for Pippin? Binance Alpha. How long has it been on Binance for? Yeah. Ideally, I want this. Like, they got enough supply to push it one more time, but that Robinhood listing is suspect. Okay, well, this is good. It's above value area high, which is good. Okay, so let's put an alert here. How's the volume? Volume's extremely low. This is huge sell volume. What the fuck? Huge sell volume. Sell volume. Huge sell volume. Ideally, we want a distribution pattern, but it's going to be hard to get that with this. Sweet. It's not really leverage trading on here as much as you'd think. There's not that much price history above this level. This would be a banging short if you actually managed to catch it. You target at least 80%. It's extension on the trend is the short. Yeah, I mean, so that's why I think like I want if it gets 2618, this is free. If it gets here, this is free, like so free. Anywhere in between is dangerous. Right in the middle of the zone. I mean, you could run. Have we got parallel channels? You could run something like this. We need to tap middle channel again for a long. That's a nice setup. Middle of the channel. It's a very nice setup. Do any suckers see hype USDT? Hype? Let's have a look. Ooh. 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 Wow. Hype looks bad. Santa hat. I mean, yeah, hype looks bad. Any questions as well, guys? If we have any questions for Q and R, let me know. A lot of the shorts are like pretty much done. We need a pump to catch shorts. We need a bigger dump. Oh my gosh, Monad. Oh. 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 Oh, everything looks nasty. I see hot, bro. It's stupid. But I'm getting a feeling that Pump Funds is gonna climb the actual 6-7, you know. Wasn't you sidelined on Trump? Me? Bro, how is that Gary Tan coin sending again? Oh my days, bro. Yeah, what is happening? So there's two. Wait, what? Wait, what? He double dropped. Gary Tan double dropped. Real Gary Tan. Bastard. Wow, he double dropped. That's crazy, bro. First one was a fake. I'd love to buy the dip on this, but I really just CBA. If it runs, it runs. Base trenches has a lot of potential, man, but it's just so slow. Like the level of locked you gotta be to be like, right, Gary Tan's just released, no to scan it is just. Ah, so it's a bridge into base to 10 minutes. What is it not on not bridge here? Oh, you can only bridge to Solemn Monad. Oh, they gotta get base on that.
Go because I am a venture capitalist. I'm a venture capitalist now. I joined my brother's fund, anti-fund. I came here for a ton of meetings.
Venture capitalist with no tie?
No, keep it capital. No, because people will believe it. The young talent, the future of companies changing the world. What's up, dude? I'm shaking everyone's hand. Logan, nice to meet you.
Companies investing, scaling together.
Yep.
That's what's going to be really fun.
Life don't get that much better than this. Smoking some ganja, the beautiful Thai wife. Try to tell you guys, grass is greener on the other side.
Ooh, the cat.
Ain't that right, baby?
Baby, do you see the cat?
She doesn't know a goddamn thing I'm saying. There's a kitty.
Streamer is showing his broken Lambo.
So there's the motor. It's fully scratched. This shit is fully scratched. This is fully scratched. What is broken there? Yeah, there are some small scratches. The front, because I hit something apparently.
It's his bike. Huddle, still the same thing, still the same thing. Forward slash is still going, by the way. Trump Jr. funded by the same wallet. Where did you buy that wallet from, boss? Where did you buy that wallet from?
I love some pussy before I go. I love some pussy before I go.
Yo, how are you, bro? How are you, bro? How are you, bro? I'm just chilling. Personally, I'm just chilling. There's not really many plays. Market's actually very, very, very quiet. It's more of like a chill, wait for a runner type of vibe. There's not really much things to do. I've updated people on the market, etc. So before we close off the stream, I'm going to run it back over for you guys as well on the market. Just quickly. So first things first, right? We've established we're in a bear market. This is a distribution pattern. If we run it lows to the highs, 618 is the resistance level. That's right here. However, I do think in this scenario for Bitcoin is that we are probably going to have a run up to 100K. Reason is this is just so much liquidity here. It just makes sense. Then if we have a look at Solana, I think Solana again, also very, very bearish. But I do think once we get a decent sweep for BTC, that should give us some good selps for Solana. I wouldn't actually be surprised to see Solana go down first, come up with BTC back to the point of control again, and then continue going down towards the downside. Ethereum, same thing. And it's just all about having a decent level of clarity for crypto right now. Even Ethereum looks absolutely horrendous. It looks better than BTC though. But I think same thing. Ethereum comes down a lot more as well. And XRP is already cooked. Right? So market right now, cooked. There's some good shorts though. You know, you want to short things that are already up, long things which are already down. Pump Fund, surprisingly, has fully capitulated. So I actually was getting ready for a long sell for Pump Fund from here. But we didn't even get that because we already rejected lower. So Pump Fund looks horrible. And I'll probably be buying some soon. I'll probably be buying some Pump Fund soon. Unless Elon's fully been sued and has gone off the map, I'll probably be buying some Pump Fund because it's real low. And I think that even here to here now is what, 50%? Yeah. So even to value area high is 140. So it looks pretty good. Wow. All coins are so cooked. All right. Pengu also, I think Pengu comes down to value area low. This is where I want to buy Pengu. SPX also, SPX, I want to buy SPX here. Dogecoin, again, Dogecoin is way further away. I want to buy Dogecoin down here. Pepe Coin, I'm going to be buying Pepe Coin down here. Troll is pretty much done. If I was to buy Troll, I'll buy it all the way down here. Then we have stonks. So on the stonk side of things, MicroStrategy, probably $40. These are max bear cases, by the way, for MicroStrategy. FNOS looks pretty good. Meta is obviously, or anything AI related is going to be running. So Meta, Google, Palantir, etc. They're all still super strong in their own rights as well. Elon got further. Yeah, Elon's cooked. CZ streaming. Maybe there'll be some BNB runners. But right, with that being said, guys, I appreciate you. And I'll see you guys probably this evening, tonight. If not, tomorrow. If you do want to join the trenches, because the trenches are still cooking. It's crazy. The volume's low. But the trenches are still cooking. You can actually see, whoop, down here. This person made $40 on a ZEC long. Boring, this guy made $5. 4 memes, guy made 120%. Ifu, guy's still making money. So even smaller ports, like people are still making decent money. ZEC long again, 300%. 40% near. Algo, 72%. Gonzilla, ZEC, Sol, Vico, ZEC, Gonzilla, Power. Literally, the Winch channel is literally extremely good. Does that past performances are not indicative of future results. Always do your own research. But trenches are really doing well. So yeah. If you guys want to check it out. Links in the description. Sage Trenching shows perps. I don't know what you mean. No, trenches. The group's called Trenches. The group is called Trenches. That's the group. Like, being in trenches doesn't mean meme coins. Trenches is a phrase that means being locked in. That's how it works. Yeah. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. One love, peace, blessings. And I'll hopefully see you in American hours, if not whatever. I'm sure you can tell by my voice. I'm just a little bit bored. But being bored is a good thing. Okay, it's good to be bored sometimes. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. I'll see you later on. Yours is farming a 10K coin. Yeah, great. Right, peace.